back to my YouTube channel. It's African Queen Grace. It's been a long time since I did a vlog in person. Most of the time you've been hearing my voice, but I'm glad to be back. As usual, we are in Kisumu City. We are showing you what Kisumu City has to offer. And today we have a very important video for you. We have some investors who've come all the way from the US and they've come to explore our land of Kisumu to see what would interest them, to see the opportunities that are available, so that they can partner with the locals to invest, provide or make jobs, and then generate income. So we are going to meet them later on. We've just come in, the setup is nice. As you can see, we have a table where guys will be having tea, and then inside is where we'll be having the presentations. But it's a very, very exciting team. So enjoy the video, enjoy the speeches, and also listen out if there are any ideas that you might want to table for the investors. And yeah, send me a DM so that I can share with them. Welcome.
We are going to go ahead and introduce the high table here. And to my left, let's have everybody introduce themselves. That way I don't mess up. Okay. To my left is Wakili from the private sector. So Wakili, introduce yourself, please.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Joanne Neto. I'm an advocate. I practice law here in Kisumu, and I also chair the LSK Kisumu chapter. Karibuni sana. Thank you.
Okay. And then our next guest is also from the private sector and media.
Hi everyone. My name is Grace Odongo. By profession, I'm a HR professional, but I've also ventured into YouTube. So I'm a YouTuber of Kisumu, championing of Kisumu, and I go by the name African Queen Grace. I just started it last year, but I will tell you more about it. Thank you.
Our next guest is the reason why we are here. I'm leaving the director last because once he introduces himself, he goes ahead and speaks. She and her group, Worldviews. You see that WV on the face? Yeah, you see that? Worldviews is an organization that is primarily a tourist organization, but their tourism is different from other tourism organizations. The tourists they bring to Kenya and to Africa are investors. They bring investors. Those are the tourists. In fact, the last batch of investors that were here with them just flew back to the US 3 days ago. So what they do is bring investors. These investors will look at what opportunities does Kenya have, in this case Kisumu has, and then they recommend to their investors, and their investors do invest. In terms of investment, personally, I can tell you that they have done a pilot investment in my bee farm. We have a bee farm called Apiari where we will go after this. They have done a pilot investment which we are going to look at, and then I'll give them an assessment report, and if at some point they're happy, they can add some more investors, or they can themselves invest some more. So that's the one component. The other component of their work is cultural immersion. They want African Americans, they do facilitate African Americans to culturally immerse in Africa. That's something that African Americans are thirsty for. They want to immerse with the African community, which is their right and their ancestry. This last trip, Worldviews had about 7 tourists who were investors, but they were taken to Kibera, where the Nubian elders gave them African names. It was a great honor. It was a moving ceremony, and it was in the media as well. So what we are saying that they are here on a multiple-pronged mission, because the organization does multiple-pronged things. But let me just say, ask Kia to get up and introduce herself with her own mouth.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That was a great introduction. My name is Kia Wakesho Simmons. I do carry my Kenyan name proudly. I've been coming back and forth to the country for about 9 years.
And now 3.5 years we've been a organization, as you said, a company based out of the U.S., but we do have a subsidiary company that we were proud to open during COVID. Views of Africa here in Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya. And so now we're here in Kisumu. We'll also be able to offer what we've offered in Nairobi, what we've offered in Mombasa, and now in Kisumu to our clients, which she spoke about. African Americans are very thirsty to be able to come to the continent, more specifically Kenya, which we promote Kenya as an investment destination through tourism. And we also specialize in business development for our clients here in the country. So I'm honored to be here. We are super excited to find out about more of the investment opportunities that we can offer through our local company here in Kenya to our clients. They are excited. And again, thank you for having Worldviews and Views of Africa. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Adala Enos Otieno. Adala Enos Otieno is the Director of Trade and Enterprise Development, Kisumu County. Karibuni sana Kisumu.
So, Wakili, we will have you first to present about what you want to present about Kisumu briefly. Please, thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I'm so glad to be here and to have this opportunity to be able to talk about this great city of Kisumu. Well, I said I'm an advocate. In fact, it's logging in Kisumu, but I also is the founder of Frenet Investment Capital. That is a company that is we have a presence in Kisumu and the Western region. Basically, we do property management, development. And we are a small company that is growing. So basically, as an advocate, I thought, because I have a bias in conveyancing, and I thought, why not look into property and help out many other people perhaps who want to buy property here in Kisumu, buy land. And I thought that would blend really well with my profession, because again, due diligence is very important when it comes to land in Kisumu. So, talking about Kisumu, I think there is need for housing, especially for residential. My encounter or interactions with even banks, many times they have clients who want to buy property, but when it comes to massive development, like what we see in Nairobi, people put up houses for sale. Here you find houses, you get clients who want houses, but again, you find many people have built using bricks. And that is an impediment. That is something that, the banks cannot finance houses that are not built using properly. And so in terms of investment, if anyone is looking to invest, I want to believe that housing is key and very important. And I know there are people who will also want to buy. And you know also that perhaps challenges that people meet or people face is finances. But I know, of course, again, I also have clients from Nairobi who are now looking into coming to Kisumu. So housing projects and development is one key thing that perhaps anyone looking to invest in this great city, that is one thing you can consider. Another perhaps area that anyone who wants to invest in this town will look at, and this is something that, having talked to many other people, I realized that Kisumu people, people are blessed with handwork. When it comes to textile industry, we had Kikomi here, which is no more, and I think if you talk to corporates, I'm sure director here will tell us that when they want to do corporate shirts, where do they get them from? Nairobi. And many other organizations. And when you go to Nairobi, who are the people who do those shirts? Who are the tailors? Who are the designers? They are Luos from Nyanza. So this is one thing that I've been thinking about, and I'm like, if we have someone or we have an investment, somebody with such an idea who can invest into textile industry, open up the space and let our people here who are endowed with so much talent to, get employment and they just exploit their talents. So when my friend Grace told me to come and talk about investment, those are two key areas that perhaps I thought that anyone, because again, look at it, Kisumu, we have so many hotels now in Kisumu. And I have been thinking, just like Mombasa, Kisumu is becoming more like a tourist destination center. And my friend, African Queen Grace, has shown a lot about what Kisumu has to offer and its environs. Not just the city, but the entire western region. Go to Kakamega, there are very many tourist sites. So perhaps venturing into hotel industry just by the lakeside, that's another very key thing. Because again, if you go to, there is this place in Mbita that has, what's that hotel called? That has a very nice sandy sea.
Beach, no?
Rusinga, when you look at such kind of area, you think, you wonder, and you ask yourself, then why do we have to go all the way to Mombasa?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have very nice beaches. The other time I was out in the field and I was looking at some beach plots. And you look at it, we have a very nice, serene, and very good areas. So perhaps also, in as much as we have hotels within the city, we need more development in terms of investing in hotels around the lake region. So yeah, in brief, perhaps that is what I'll present for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And now we'll go on to Queen Grace.
Thank you very much. Just to give a short introduction, my name is Grace Odongo. I've been born and raised here in Kisumu. I love Kisumu passionately. And last year during the COVID period, I was seated in the house and I asked myself, what do I do? How do I give back to the society that has been so kind to me because I've been raised here? And I was like, we have all the vloggers in Nairobi and Mombasa. And I said, how about Kisumu? We are not seeing any presence in Kisumu. And I was like, I'll just start with my phone. And so my brother there was so kind to be my cameraman, and we've been going around with him, showing the different destinations, going to hotels and telling them, we want when people are coming to AfriCity, and because nowadays social media is where everybody gets information. When they go and Google, they can see a video of the hotel where they want to come and stay. If it's a tourist destination, they'll go, oh, we have Kitmkai where we can go. So I started doing that, and it's out of the passion that I had. And then I looked at it on the flip side and I said, there's this investment opportunities. Everybody has been running to Nairobi, and now quickly, because of the devolution of the counties, they've seen there's now need for us to start coming back to the counties. And so if we don't show them these opportunities, they are not going to come. So every time I go around vlogging, I show them the roads. I tell them, now we have roads in Kisumu and Western Nyanza, you can access these places. This is how long it will take you to get there. Kisumu has changed, When I show properties, I say, there's a new building. Now we have a new building in the CBD, Kenton. Come and look for spaces to, host your businesses and such like things. As my friend John has said, yes, there's opportunities. And it's funny because we didn't talk about what we were coming to discuss here, but I majorly narrowed down on the textile industry as well. I said, Kisumu, or rather I looked at it from, my perspective was from the low income earners. We have a demographic of people who have just finished school who don't have how to make money. And you find most of our tailor shops are people who have been mentored by probably their fathers or their uncle or a relative who was told, just come and see how we cut the material, how we sew. And they're very good at it. Like this one is someone who's, my tailor is in Kisumu. I always promote Kisumu. And so I thought, what if we had an investor come in and set up a textile, it would be like, it could be a fashion or it could be whatever name we give it, where we have men and women trained on how to make clothes. I mean, we have EPZ in Nairobi. They export masses, like jeans and all these other things. How about Kisumu? We used to grow cotton, as Joanna has said. We have people who are yearning to do something. And how I also was looking at it is, what is the impact that would be there? Is if we train an individual, they would go probably set up their own shop in their village. So it's something that we can replicate in the villages very easily. We can subsidize maybe the machines that they get from us as, a kickstart kit. Maybe give them materials as a subsidized rate so that they can then start making this material. But on the flip side, we can also just create a place where we employ the youth once we have trained them, and then look for tenders. Then we give them the tenders, they do the work, and once it meets the CAB's requirement, it's shipped out. So my main passion has been, how do we focus on the demographics of the low-income earners, the youths, and how we can then give them the skills, because nowadays we have so many graduates but there are no jobs. So how do we turn around and give them skills that then can help them? I myself, I can say I have experience on having a master's degree. I went to do my master's degree abroad. I came back, I couldn't get a job. I started selling Mtumba. Mtumba is the second-hand clothes. And I used to go to the market here in Kibuye to sell clothes. Because I was telling myself, as much as I don't have a white-collar job then, I have my hands and there's something I can do with it. So it's just switching the mindset of, yes, you have a degree, yes, you have a college certificate, or you've just finished your KCSE, but you have your hands and skills that you can learn to push you around. So that's why I'm so passionate about Kisumu. And everywhere I go, I'm always like, yes, Kisumu is coming up. Kisumu is the place to be. Actually, that's my slogan. Kisumu is the place to be. Because I love Kisumu. So I'm hoping that this is an opportunity where you guys can come back. We hope that you'll bring us investors. We will do the paperwork. We will write the proposals. We'll do anything required so that you guys come back. Please, please, please. That is the word we want to give you. There are opportunities. Thank you.